really nifty little incident here at the top of page 56. So the Gemara earlier has been discussing like what dreams mean and how to interpret various things. And one of the points it made is that if you uh, think about something a lot during the day, then it might come to you in a dream because you've been thinking about it, not because I suppose it has any particular meaning. In a Jungian sense, you might say that your consciousness has just dwelt on the thing enough that it's showing up, rather than it being a form of communication between your conscious and I suppose your unconscious. Anyway, onwards. Here's a tricky situation. Caesar said to Rabbi Yeshua, the son of Rabbi Hanania, you, plural, meaning the Jews, you say that you are exceedingly wise. Tell me what I will see in my dream. So, what do you do? The Caesar says that to you. So Rabbi Yeshua replied to him, you will see that the Persians will press you into service, and they will seize you and force you to pasture unclean animals with a staff of gold. He thought about this the entire day, and at night he saw it. Isn't that delightful? Rabbi Yeshua, son of Rabbi Hanania, so far as I can tell from this story, he gets put on the spot. He's like, predict my dream now, that's your challenge. And it's this easy, you don't mess around with such things. If it goes wrong, it can go very, very wrong. So what does he do? He, rather than have a shot at what Caesar's going to dream, like, throw that dart, he decides to say something that Caesar will find really confronting, and that Caesar will ruminate on the whole day, and therefore using that mechanism to implant that dream into Caesar. This may actually be the first recorded incident of inception, in the sense of the Leonardo DiCaprio movie, and it's not the only one, because here we have another right after it. King Shapur. He was an emperor of the Sassanid dynasty, a frequent adversary of Rome. He said to Shmuel, "You say that you are exceedingly wise. Tell me what I will see in my dream." And he replied to him, "You shall see the Romans come and take you captive, and they shall force you to grind date pits with a golden mill." He thought about it the entire day, and at night he saw it. One more thing in closing I think is interesting about this. When one of the Jews is grilled by a Roman, will get him under the thumb. And when the other Jew is harassed by the Persians, he says that the Romans will get him under the thumb. And interestingly, both Caesar and King Shapur of the Persians are sort of, I guess, worried enough about their adversary that each of them obsessed about it and had that dream. So in a sense, it's one more allusion to this really old motif in Judaism, the very central motif, which is the nations of the world as 70 wolves and us as a lamb. The idea that everyone's constantly fighting for temporal dominance, bought for a moment in blood, as Mark Twain puts it so well. They all triumph and raise the torch, wave it about a bit, and then fade into oblivion. And we keep going. That wasn't a quote from Twain, but I can quote Varys, Master Whisperers from Game of Thrones. The waves come and go, or the tides come and go. Maybe I'm not precise on this. The tides come and go. The big fish eat the little fish, and I keep swimming. No, may we keep swimming in good health. Many brachos.